Good morning, everyone. Sorry, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Jai Hind, Namaskar, and welcome to Khan Global Studies. I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening, Prince Roshan. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. So I welcome you all to this session of Daily Current Affairs. So I hope I am properly audible and visible to all of you. Good evening. सर एक साल करंट अफेयर्स इनफ है ना? नहीं, देखो शिविका सिंह, if we talk about this, 1 year current affairs may not be sufficient. You need to have 1.5 year approximately, or 1 year, 3 to 4 months. Like if you are preparing for January 2027, sorry, if you are preparing for prelims 2027, if you are preparing for prelims 2027, so then you have to cover the topics from January 26 to March 27. So at least 15 months of current affairs are required. If you are there for prelims 2026, if you are preparing for prelims 2026, then from January 2025 to March 2026, this is the current affairs which is required for you. So I hope now it's clear that how many days of current affairs you have to cover. So since you have started from, like, I think you have started now reading the current affairs, Shivika. So even if you are continuing from March, that also will be sufficient. If there is some portions of January or Feb, you can just go through the magazines in order to cover that. So from 26 onwards, you can cover. So good evening, everyone, and welcome to the session. In today's session, we are going to discuss some of the topics, like first one is AI powered ECG. AI powered ECG is there. It is related to prelim science tech. So we are going to discuss about this one. Second topic is a judgment of Supreme Court with respect to the use of stem cell. The second statement is about the use of stem cell, and the Supreme Court of India has given a judgment about this. So we are going to see this, what exactly is this judgment and what is the stem cell also. Then we will talk about PRAHAAR. This is the India's first counter-terrorism policy. This is India's first counter-terrorism policy. So what are the key components of this PRAHAAR? That is also something which we will be discussing. And then Election Commission. There is an article also about this election commission, the independence of the election commission. So we are going to discuss about that part also. Although this is one topic which gets repeated multiple times, it is relevant for PT also and for mains part also. So this is one thing which we are going to discuss. But before that, we have certain practice questions. We are also going to look at some of the practice questions. The first one is, satellite phones are dependent on using communication signals from satellites in low Earth orbit. A satellite phone is highly interoperable as against the cellular phones. Sir, correction form कब open होगा? तो I think today is 24th, आज last date है. So I guess from tomorrow onwards it might open up. हो सकता है कि कल से open होगा. Once it is there, I will let you know. यूपीएससी का वेबसाइट काम नहीं कर रहा है. हाँ, तो फर्स्ट डे एंड लास्ट डे रश. There is a first day and last day rush. Just 1 second. So there is one thing called as first day and last day rush, so due to which it may not open today. Sir, I have done daily current affairs from July 2025 till now. I had also done with Adhyan batch. What to now? Nothing else. Nothing else, Prince Roshan. It is more than sufficient. It is more than sufficient for you. You don't have to worry about current affairs at all. Just revise these things. It will be more than sufficient. So D option, dependent on using communication signal from satellites in low Earth orbit. No, it is from the geostationary orbit. Second is saying a satellite phone is highly interoperable as against the cellular phones. That is also incorrect. It is not highly interoperable. It is quite restricted. So that's why the correct answer will be option number D. Neither one nor two. Second part. A person must follow the civil code procedure to file a complaint in NGT. NGT is bound to give judgment on environmental cases within 90 days. Sir, my GK and current affairs is very weak. How can I do better on it? If you want to work on current affairs part, I will suggest you watch the daily sessions. In over 1 month, you will find that you will have a better understanding of the current affairs. Continue with it. So, should I read new current affairs? If you are preparing for 2026, then yes, up to the month of March. Up to the month of March 2026, have to go with it. A option, D option, A option. A person must follow the civil code procedure to file a complaint in NGT. This is incorrect. There is no such requirement of following the civil code procedure. NGT is not bound by the civil code procedure. It is bound by natural justice. Even if you want to file a case in NGT, you can simply write it on a plain paper and you can give it to NGT. So no need to follow any procedure or any code. NGT is bound to give judgment on environmental cases within 90 days. It is 6 months, not 90 days. So that's why here again the answer is D option, neither one nor two. Consider the following: personalized healthcare, elimination of genetic disorders, development of new proteins, predicting the structure of existing proteins. Just a slight change here. Only 3, all 4. A slight change in the option. How many of the above can be done by AI in the present times? Personalized healthcare, elimination of genetic disorders, development of new proteins, predicting the structure of existing proteins. What is NGT? Dekho Shri, the thing is, like, if we are discussing some topics today, then on the basis of that topic, we discuss some practice questions on the next day. So we have discussed about this NGT in detail in the previous session. So after the end of the session, you can go to the previous session's video. You can watch about this NGT and the entire issue, that what is NGT, what is its composition, why this NGT was there in the news, what was the matter. So like today we are discussing some topics. On the basis of it, in the next session, we will discuss some questions. C option, I think C option is there. Second one is incorrect. So elimination of genetic disorder, this is something which is not possible, but all other things can be done. All other things can be done. So answer will be C option, only 3. The answer will be option number C, that is only 3. Now coming to this one topic. So here we have one topic in the news, an AI powered ECG that can prevent silent heart attacks. See here, there are certain things which you have to understand here. There are certain things which we have to understand here. First part is, what is silent heart attack? What is silent heart attack? Any idea about this? What is a silent heart attack? If possible, month-wise classes can we do? Right now it will be quite challenging. It will be quite challenging. The simple reason is like many classes are already ongoing on, but after the period of Holi, after this vacation of Holi, we will be planning certain like we will be planning certain classes for revision. So that can be there, but monthly session is somewhat challenging right now. Cardiac arrest. No, it is not cardiac arrest. There is one thing called as silent heart attack. We can also understand this is a minor. This is a minor. It is also sometimes called as minor heart attack. There is less severe or mild chest pain. Now, people often ignore this. People often ignore it. And what we see that the silent heart attacks are difficult to, this is difficult to study from ECG graph. That even if a minor heart attack has been noticed, even if a minor heart attack has been noticed, then also it is quite difficult to understand it from the ECG graph. Okay. ECG graph you may have seen, it is like this. Okay. So that ECG graph, it may represent the minor heart attack, but for the human eyes, it is quite difficult to understand it, quite difficult to notice that. So it is very much challenging for the human eyes to notice that silent heart attacks even in the ECG. So many a times the people and the doctors are not aware about it. So now we have a new system that there is use of AI. Now this AI, what it will do, it will study the ECG. It will study the ECG. Now see, understand here one thing. Here the AI, it is just doing this study part. There is no such development of a new device. There is no such development of a new device. We are using the existing device. We are using the existing device and we are just like making use of AI to understand it. So here you will find that the ECG machine, it is the classical machine. It is the classical machine. Just we are using the AI. There is use of AI to study the silent heart attack. There is use of AI to study the silent heart attack, which may not be generally visible to the human eyes. It may not be generally visible to the human eyes. So that's why we are having this AI tool in order to study the patterns, of this silent heart attack. So in Tamil Nadu, it has been started. Now, just to give you an example, see, it's not that question will be directly on this part. Question will not be coming directly on this part, but you can expect a question like this. इस तरीके का क्वेश्चन आप एक्सपेक्ट कर सकते हो कि व्हाट कैन बी डन बाय एआई इन द प्रेजेंट सिस्टम. अभी के समय में एआई क्या क्या कर सकता है, इससे रिलेटेड क्वेश्चन आपको आ सकता है. So this is what we see here. You might expect a question like this, that what is possible with respect to AI in the present times? Can it be used to study the silent heart attacks? The answer is again yes. I hope that part is clear. Kindly recommend source for revision of previous year current affairs. If you are asking about 2025, we are having this Adhyan batch. Okay. And in Adhyan batch, we have already revised the portion of science and tech and environment. And in the upcoming days, we are going to revise the remaining topics of different subjects. So that is one source which I can recommend you. Second part, there is another question that is it necessary to make notes on current affair? So like you can see, we are already having these notes. If you look at this, it is in the notes form itself. What is silent heart attack? You can see this. What is the use of this AI? You can also see that. So we are already providing you the notes. And here you will find that it is also written which paper it is related to, what is the relevance of it with the different subject. You can get this PDF in the Telegram. So from there, even if you are reading 4 articles on daily basis, on monthly basis, you are getting 80 topics. So that is more than sufficient for you. What is the reason behind the silent heart attack? There can be multiple reasons. It can be related to lifestyle. It can be related to existing environmental stress. It can be multiple reasons. It may be food habit. It may be the prevalence of the higher cholesterol levels. All these things can be there. Yes. Many a times when humans face this silent heart attack, they ignore it. They think that it was a minor problem. It was not like a heart attack. तब तक current affairs और पढ़ना होगा for 2026 till the month of March 2026. नहीं देखो, from minor heart attack there is a very little chance that there will be the death of the person. There is a very little chance that there will be death of person from minor heart attack. But yes, if there are minor heart attacks and it is being ignored, then a person may have a major heart problem in the future. The person will not be even aware about it and it can be fatal. So minor heart attacks, if ignored and if no precautions have been taken, then major heart attack can take place in future and that may result in the instant death of the person. Okay. Now, coming to the next part, there is this one topic, Supreme Court ruling on use of a stem cell for autism. Can you tell me what is autism? Anyone? Can you tell me what exactly is autism? Any idea about this? What is autism? Self what? What is autism? Autoimmune disorder. Autoimmune disorder. It is not autoimmune disorder. It is more of a neurological issue. Okay. It is more of a neurodevelopmental disorder. It is more of a neurodevelopment disorder. Neurodevelopment disorder. It is more of a neurodevelopmental disorder. So those people who are having it, they are having challenges in communication. It is affecting their communication activity. It is affecting their social behavior. Like difficulty in eye contact. There is this one part, difficulty in eye contact. वो किसी से आंखें नहीं मिला पाएंगे. You will find that they are constantly having hand flapping. Hand flapping. There is also sensitivity, higher sensitivity, there is sensitivity to light, sound, etc. So this is a neurodevelopmental disorder. This is a neurodevelopmental disorder. Yes, it is a neurological defect where one individual is lacking the social activities. So this is a neurological disorder where people are not able to behave properly. They are having this challenge in social behavior. Now there was a demand. There is a demand that that there should be allowing of stem cell therapy. That there should be allowing of stem cell therapy, for treating this autism. There was a demand of this, that there should be use of stem cell therapy for treating this problem of the autism. So first we should be aware about this, that what is stem cell therapy and what is a stem cell actually. Can you tell me what exactly is a stem cell? UPSC has already asked question about a stem cell a few times. So can you tell me, I think all of you may have read about this in bio. Many of you may have read about this in bio. So what exactly is a stem cell? Are you aware about it? What is a stem cell? Any idea about this? What exactly is a stem cell? Foreign body entering our cell result in unspecified cell. Genetically engineered skin cell. It's not all that. Stem cell is a naturally occurring cell. This is a naturally occurring cell. This is a naturally occurring cell. It is unspecialized. It is an unspecialized cell. Means no specific role. There is having no such a specific role. But this one can create many specialized cell. This can create many specialized cell. Like for example, there is one thing, hematopoietic stem cell. This is there in bone marrow. This is there in bone marrow. So it can make RBC also. It can make WBC also. So it can make different type of cells. Stem cells, they do not have their own specific role. They are not performing any specific role of the body. Like RBC is there for carrying out the oxygen. WBC is there for what? For the purpose of fighting against infection. In that case, what we see, hematopoietic stem cell, this is like not having any specific role in the body. But this one cell which is found in bone marrow, it can create RBC also. It can create the different categories of WBC also. So there is one thing called as stem cell therapy. Stem cell therapy, where stem cell can be used for regeneration of cell, tissues, or even organs. The stem cell has the potential to grow into different type of cell. And in the case of a stem cell therapy, what we actually do, that we are using this stem cell. There is use of a stem cell to create various type of cell, or it can also be there for tissues. It can even be used for organs. Okay. So we can be developing some cells, we can be developing some organs, some tissues with the help of stem cell therapy. We can correct many of the genetic disorder. We can correct many of the genetical disorders, congenital defects using the stem cell therapy. The stem cell can be used for multiple purposes. So in the autism case also, in a neurological development disorder, there was a demand that we may use the stem cell therapy for this purpose. Stem cell therapy for this purpose. Now what we see that this was the demand, there was a demand, and what was that demand? Demand was use of stem cell therapy for autism. But what is the Supreme Court observation? Supreme Court said that not allowed. That this is not allowed. This will not be allowed in India. So stem cell therapy, there was a demand that it can be used for treatment of autism. But then Supreme Court said that no, it will not be allowed. So why? Why Supreme Court is not getting or not happy with the cure? Why Supreme Court is against this use of stem cell therapy? If stem cell therapy can give the treatment, if stem cell therapy can treat people from autism, so why Supreme Court is not allowing it? The answer is, what is the reason? The reason is quite simple. Lack of conclusive evidence. Lack of evidence in support of treatment of autism. Autism by stem cell therapy. So this is considered as a very significant, judgment. Supreme Court has said that you can ask people to go for stem cell therapy when you are very much sure that yes, it will be possible. If there is no such trial, if there is no such option, no such evidence that it provides a sure shot like result, treatment, you cannot prescribe it to people. You cannot just play with their life. It may have some dangerous consequences. So unless you are sure about it, you cannot prescribe it to the people that for autism, you can go for stem cell therapy. So without trial, you cannot start even stem cell therapy. So that is why Supreme Court has said that no, it should not be allowed. That can be helpful for sickle cell. Yes, it has been proposed as one of the option for sickle cell disease also. That in sickle cell also, we may use stem cell therapy. So I hope it is clear why Supreme Court has not allowed this stem cell therapy in case of autism. Autism is a neurological disorder. It is a neurodevelopmental disorder, and it is leading to this problem of lack of social behavior and other things. So stem cell therapy was being prescribed, that stem cell therapy can be used. So Supreme Court said that when you are not so sure about the use of stem cell therapy, how you can go for it? How you can prescribe it to the people? I hope this second topic is clear. What is the Supreme Court observation? Any doubt in this? Any doubt, any confusion? No? Sir, where there is a defect related to stem cell, where there is a defect related to stem cell can be used. It is one of the proposed options. It is one of the proposed options. Is it a sure shot guarantee for all problems? The answer is no. In some cases, it has proved to be useful. In many cases, there has not been any such substantive change. So that's why what we see that a stem cell therapy is not a sure shot solution to each and every problem. In some cases, it has been beneficial. In some cases, there is no such conclusive evidence. So that is one part. Eye contact means hand flapping means the movement of the hands, too much movement of the hands. Eye contact means making eye contact when talking to the people, making an eye contact to the people. Flapping hand means just movement of the hand. Sir, in future, India can approve or not. The future, how we can say? In future, it will be done or not. At present, this is not allowed. That is one thing which we can say. That at present, it is not allowed. But in future, yes, there may be. If there is more development, it can be allowed. Okay. Any other part? Any other question? Chalo, so let's move to the next part, PRAHAAR. Here we have the first part, PRAHAAR. This is the first counter-terrorism policy of India. This is the first counter-terrorism policy of India. So now the Ministry of Home Affairs, this has been released by, Ministry of Home Affairs, a 9-page document. A 9-page document is there. In that 9-page document, there is a comprehensive information about this one part, that what is going to be India's policy towards terrorism. That if terrorism is there, then what should be or what will be our policy. तो इन्हीं चीजों को ये explain करता है. So we will see about this one part, that what is the counter-terrorism policy of India. It is having the meaning PRAHAAR. The first part is prevention of terror attacks to protect Indian citizens and interest. The first part of PRAHAAR is prevention. Prevention of the Indian citizens from any such terrorist attack. So the focus is not just on response, it is also about prevention. Prevention means there will be work on intelligence. There is going to be a work on intelligence. Second thing is response, which are swift and proportionate to the threat posed. So there is going to be a proportional response if there is a threat to India by any of the terrorist organization. So in proportion to that threat, we are going to respond. So that is the second part, response of it. Third part is aggregating internal capacities. So we are enhancing, we are just upgrading the internal capacities for whole of our government approach. That government will not be working in silos. Government will not be like one organization is doing one thing, other is doing other thing. There is lack of coordination. No. It will focus on aggregating the internal capacities. Okay. It will be aggregating, like collecting. It will be bringing all of these things together for achieving synergy in a whole of government approach. So if terrorism is there, it means that it's not that only the NSG will be working for this. अगर terrorism का खतरा है तो there will not be just the NSG working for it. The intelligence will also be working for it. NSG will also be working for it. The financial department will be working for it. The economic enforcement directorate, that will also be working for it. So all the organizations of government from state to union level will be working in a synergy against terrorism. Then we see that there is also one part, human rights and rule of law based processes. It is also declaring that while we are trying to make sure that there is no terrorism, there is no terrorist attack, at the same time, while doing or taking any such action, human rights will be respected and any such action will be on the basis of rule of law. That rule of law is also going to be followed. We will not be doing arbitrary things. We will not be doing like police states. We will not be working like police states. We will be doing it on the basis of rule of law and respect of human rights. Then the next part is attenuating. Attenuate means to weaken, to make it weak. So weakening the conditions enabling terrorism, including radicalization. In many parts of India, and especially social media is being used for radicalizing the youth, radicalizing many sections of the society. So it says that it will also work on attenuating. It means to weaken those conditions which can cause the radicalization of the people. At the same time, it is also aligning and shaping the international effort to counter terrorism. Means our effort against terrorism will be aligned with the global effort against terrorism. It's not that we are just ignoring the global policies, ignoring the global rule, ignoring the global effort. We will be aligning our national efforts along with the international efforts. Then there is also a focus on recovery and resilience. So there will be focus on recovery from any such incidents. There will be focus on building resilience, that if there is any terrorist attack, if there is any such terror attack, then how we cope up with that, how we strongly cope up with that. So that is the PRAHAAR strategy. The first part which aims to tackle this terrorism in it. अभी तो बस इतना ही रिलीज हुआ है, right? 9 pages are there. In 9 pages, the meaning of all these things are explained. What is the meaning of prevention? What is the meaning of response? What is the meaning of aggregating? There is a 9-page document of counter-terrorism policy of India, which is explaining about all these things, how these activities are going to be carried out. So I hope this PRAHAAR strategy is clear. देखो इसका यूज क्या है? इसका यूज बस एक है कि when you are writing the mains answer next time, you are writing an answer with respect to security. ये आपका GS पेपर 3 का जो पोर्शन है, internal security, it is a part of that internal security. Okay. So in that internal security section, जहां भी आपने terrorism से related notes बनाए हैं, in that part you can add about this, that what is India's counter-terrorism policy. So there have been different acronyms. So in the same manner, we have now a new acronym called as PRAHAAR. The counter-terrorism strategy of India called as PRAHAAR. Prevention, then we have response, then we are also working at aggregating, then we are talking about human rights and rule of law, attenuating, then we are also talking about alignment, and finally we are talking about recovery and resilience. The focus is on PRAHAAR. Samadhan also is there. Samadhan is for that part of Naxalism and all. So in same manner, we have PRAHAAR for this terrorism. तो जीएस पेपर 3 में जहां पे आप पढ़ते हो वहां पे आप इसको नोट करके रख लो. So that is the PRAHAAR strategy of government. Okay. There will be no like this zero tolerance policy, universal criminalization, that every terrorist act is criminalized, okay. Elimination of safe havens and financial and logistical choke points. So these will be done under the strategy of eliminating terrorism from India. तो ये हमारा एक पार्ट है. Now coming to the next portion, election commission. इसमें कोई डाउट किसी को? What is the प्रहार स्ट्रेटजी? प्रहार स्ट्रेटजी क्या है? What is the role of it? What we want to achieve? किसने रिलीज किया है? There is समाधान also, now प्रहार also. आपका सिलेबस थोड़ा और बढ़ गया. Now, coming to this part, election commission. Tell me one thing. All of you have read about polity, ECI. So tell me about this. Article number how much? What is the article for election commission? What is the composition? Election of what? Then tenure and removal plus appointment. So tell me about these things. Which article of constitution is there? Article 324. Article 324, it tells that there should be an election commission of India. What is the composition? Right now, if we talk about the composition, it is chief election commissioner plus 2 other election commissioners. Now tell me about this one thing. This composition, it is decided by whom? It is decided by whom? Who will decide this composition? 3 members are there, chief election commissioner plus not deputy election commissioner, it is simply election commissioner. So there is 3 members right now. There is chief election commissioner plus we have the 2 election commissioners. So tell me, who will decide this? Who will decide this? It is decided by whom? By the constitution, by the president or by the parliament? कौन डिसाइड करेगा ये? Is it decided by the constitution? Is it decided by the president? Or is it decided by the parliament? Who will be deciding this? President or parliament? Confused here? That is the question. Who will be deciding this? Who decides the composition of Election Commission of India? I am not asking about the appointment. I am not asking about the appointment. I am asking about this number. It is decided by the President of India. It is decided by the President of India. If we talk about the election, it is conducting the election of President plus Vice President, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, and even legislative assembly or council. तो legislative assembly और council, लोक सभा और राज्य सभा, president और vice president, their election is being conducted by the Election Commission of India. When we talk about the appointment process, this is done by president. This is done by president, but on the basis of 3-member committee, which consists of PM, leader of opposition in Lok Sabha, and also we have this Union Cabinet Minister. Union Cabinet Minister. When we talk about the tenure, it is of 6 years or till age of 65. If we talk about the removal, in the same manner as that of Supreme Court, in same manner as of Supreme Court. This is for Chief Election Commissioner. For Chief Election Commissioner, it is in the same manner as that of Supreme Court judge. And tell me about this. In the case of 2 election commissioner, is it on the basis of Supreme Court judge or High Court judge? If we have to remove the 2 election commissioner, for the Chief Election Commissioner, we see that he can be removed in the same manner as a judge of Supreme Court. For the 2 election commissioners, is it on the basis of Supreme Court judge or High Court judge or anything else? बाकी जो बचे हुए 2 हैं, तो in what manner? In the manner of Supreme Court judge or High Court judge? He can be removed on advice of CAC, on advice of CEC, Chief Election Commissioner. So the election commissioners of India, can be removed on the recommendation of the Chief Election Commissioner. It is not required for High Court judge or Supreme Court judge. It is done directly on the advice of Chief Election Commissioner by the President of India. So these are some basic facts with respect to the Election Commission of India. Now there is this one challenge. What are the challenges? What are the challenges? There is allegation. There is multiple allegations which have come up in the recent times. First part is the unfair process of appointment. Unfair process of appointment. This is unfair process of appointment. The government is having the edge here. The government is having the edge here. The government can decide that who to be appointed as Chief Election Commissioner or other election commissioner. So here the government is having the edge. Second part, in recent times there is an allegation. That the election commission is like carrying out multiple activities where there is a lack of transparency. So there is an allegation of lack of transparency in SIR process. There is also allegation that wrongful deletion of voters in multiple states. There is also allegation that there is presence of fake voters. In multiple areas. Let me give you one such idea. When we talk about the Election Commission of India, there was a time when there used to be a global recognition of the fact that Indian Election Commission is one of the most transparent and neutral organization conducting elections in India. There have been so many chief election commissioners due to whom the Election Commission has got its fame. One of the most notable among them is TN Session. Some other famous personalities have also been there, like SY Qureshi. So there have been some very much famous people as part of Election Commission. Like, they have given that extra fame to this Election Commission of India. Election Commission of India is globally recognized for carrying out a massive election process with so much confidence of the voters. So this is one part. This is one part which we see here in the part of this Election Commission of India. I hope that is clear. सर आपने जो कंपाइल नोट्स बोला था किस बैच में 2050 किस बैच में कौन से बैच में तो that will be all about the election commission for today. आज के लिए इलेक्शन कमीशन को यहीं पे रहने देते हैं. We will be talking about this in more in upcoming sessions also. UPSC 2026 इंग्लिश बैच, ये बैच में मैंने क्लास कब लिया था? In which month I have taken the class? And which center? Online, offline? कौन सा सेंटर? अच्छा हाँ, आई हैव टू गिव द मेंस क्वेश्चन ऑल्सो. आज के लिए टॉपिक क्या था? व्हाट वाज द टॉपिक फॉर टुडे? आज के लिए टॉपिक क्या था? लास्ट डेट वाज गवर्नर. आज का टॉपिक क्या था? फूड प्रोसेसिंग. 18 सितंबर लास्ट क्लास. सितंबर. लेट मी चेक. लेट मी आस्क द टीम अबाउट इट. ठीक है, let me ask the team about it. 18 September. Food processing sector. Okay, so like evaluate the economic contribution of food processing sector. Unicorn. Highlight government measures support this sector. To support this sector. Okay. तो पहला क्वेश्चन है evaluate the economic contribution of food processing sector to Indian economy. दूसरा पार्ट है highlight government measures support this sector. September online, got it. देखो, green ammonia is basically like suppose when we are having production of green hydrogen, in the same areas we can also have production of green ammonia. So when we are producing the ammonia, by the use of renewable energy, that is called as green ammonia. Okay, so that will be all for today, and then we will discuss tomorrow about the new current affairs, and if there is any other question, then I will take it tomorrow. Thank you everyone. Take care and all the best.